somehow me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call.
What happens when a picture-perfect marriage unravels in court? Imagine building a life with someone, raising a family, building a business, and putting your love and trust into that person only to find out they were betraying you the whole time. That's exactly what's happening to Marsau Scott. Once known as a reality TV star balancing work and family, Marsau is now at the center of a serious legal battle. And this time, it's not just rumors or tabloid headlines, it's real. The courtroom is packed, the evidence is piling up, and the people turning against him include those closest to him, his wife and even his own brother. It all began when Marsau's wife, Latisha Scott, filed a lawsuit not just as his spouse, but as his business partner. She accused him of hiding money, faking her signature, and secretly launching companies behind her back. Even worse, he allegedly used her name on contracts she never agreed to.
Wife, she my favorite on the show. Go find her then. Shit, where Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday's her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn.
Right, because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out, because she wanna. Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch her.
Her legal team showed up with documents, tax records, and bank information that hinted this wasn't just a case of messy finances. This looked like fraud. But the biggest shock came when Marsau's own brother, Marsau Scott, took the stand. Instead of defending him, Maurice testified against him. According to Maurice, Marsau kept two different sets of financial books, one for investors and one showing the real money trail. He said the records proved that none of the money was going toward the shared business Latisha helped build. The courtroom was stunned. This wasn't just family drama anymore. It had turned into a serious legal matter and possibly criminal. Marsau wasn't just at risk of losing his reputation or his marriage. He was now facing the very real threat of jail time. The beginning of the breakdown. Latisha's lawsuit triggered everything. This wasn't just a divorce. This was the unraveling of a business empire they had built together. For years, the couple publicly ran Sherry Industries as a family business. But according to the lawsuit, while Latisha was helping run the front end of things, Marsau was allegedly operating a whole other side of the business in secret.
I mentioned depression, and people are talking about, oh my God, it's a bad problem running rampant. And here's the reason why it's running rampant, right? It's because we don't know what it really is.
The legal documents showed that Marsau had been moving large sums of money, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, into side ventures Latisha didn't even know existed. And the most damaging detail? He was doing it in her name. Her lawyers brought in all the receipts, fake contracts, suspicious bank statements, and spreadsheets that didn't add up. The court saw contracts that looked legit side by side with ones clearly manipulated, some with Latisha's name copied and pasted, others with her signature forged. The evidence made it hard to believe this was just sloppy accounting. It looked intentional. It looked criminal. Even worse, some of the deals Marsau made had financial consequences for Latisha. Loans were taken out in her name without her knowledge. She was listed on paperwork for business filings she had never seen. The lawsuit wasn't just about recovering lost money, it opened the door for potential criminal charges, and things escalated fast.
Once I started having people come to me, it was like, well, we've been offered money to come on the show and said we slept with your husband. I was like, oh my God, like this
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe anything.
A brother's betrayal or an act of truth? Just when everyone thought the drama had peaked, Marsau Scott stepped forward. Known for being the calm and steady sibling, Maurice stunned the courtroom by taking the side of the prosecution. He told the court he didn't want to get involved at first, but once he saw the documents, he couldn't stay silent. He confirmed that Marsau had created multiple businesses, including ones never registered under their joint company. Money was allegedly moved into private accounts with no record involving Latisha. Maurice shared emails, invoices, and even audio clips where Marsau was caught discussing how to cover his tracks. The most powerful line of the day came from Maurice. At some point, family loyalty has to make room for doing what's right. You could feel the mood in the courtroom shift. The assistant who knew too much. Just when everyone thought the twists were over, another witness entered the picture: Marsau's former assistant.
The part of the harassing communications was you sending the picture.
No,
Right.
no, it wasn't.
Okay, that's the question I got to ask. The question is, how do you feel about that? That makes me lose respect for Marcel.
If it was true.
If it was true, yeah. I didn't
So
say
now
it was
that
true.
he's saying it
I
wasn't
assumed
a-
it was true.
You assumed it
now that
was?
he's saying that it's not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I would believe Marcel.
She arrived quietly, dressed in all black, and her testimony hit hard. She said she wasn't just an employee, she had a personal relationship with Marsau. And he paid her under the table for nearly 2 years to keep her off the books. Her job? Delete digital evidence, move sensitive files, and carry out hush-hush tasks. But she didn't just speak, she brought a flash drive full of screenshots, deleted transactions, and voice recordings. In one clip, Marsau can allegedly be heard saying, "As long as it doesn't have my name or Tisha's, we're good. Just make it look like an outside investor." She also turned over emails between Marsau and a mystery partner about a hidden business called Plan B Holdings registered in another state, with no connection to Latisha. According to her, this shell company was where Marsau funneled funds behind Latisha's back. In one private conversation, Marsau allegedly said, "Tisha won't even notice the money missing unless someone hands her a flashlight and a map." It wasn't just cruel, it showed how confident he was in deceiving her. Latisha's quiet comeback. But Latisha wasn't as naive as he thought. When she took the stand, she revealed she had quietly been tracking everything for over a year. Suspicious delays, vague money explanations, and missing receipts tipped her off. So she started gathering proof. She kept a ledger, saved texts, and even recorded conversations using a burner phone hidden in their office. One of those recordings captured Marsau saying, "She'll believe whatever I tell her as long as I throw in a baby and a vacation." The courtroom fell silent. She also brought an external hard drive with emails, bank records, and documents Marsau had submitted using her name without permission. Her legal team had everything authenticated. It was clear this wasn't just a failing marriage, it was years of manipulation and financial abuse. Looking the judge in the eye, Latisha said, "I believed in him more than I believed in myself." That hit everyone in the room. When the feds walked in, just when the courtroom couldn't get any more intense, a producer from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, walked in with a federal investigator. Suddenly, this was no longer just a civil case. It had the full attention of federal authorities. The producer testified that Marsau asked for certain scenes to be edited to hide questionable behavior. She also claimed he talked about fake employees and flipping COVID relief money into property investments without reporting it to the IRS. That lined up with what Latisha's forensic team had already found. At that point, the judge had seen enough. After reviewing all the evidence, the assistant's flash drive, Latisha's hard drive, and Morris's documents, he froze Marsau's accounts, including those tied to Plan B Holdings. A sealed envelope from the federal agent was handed to the judge. Its contents haven't been made public, but inside could be the start of formal charges: fraud, tax evasion, and misuse of government loans. The verdict. The judge ruled in favor of Latisha, citing clear evidence of fraud and deception. Marsau was taken into custody immediately. He now faces multiple criminal charges, including embezzlement, forgery, and fraud, each carrying serious jail time. Latisha didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She simply walked out, quiet and exhausted. This wasn't about revenge, it was about finally being seen, finally being heard. This wasn't just a fall from grace. It was a reminder: power without integrity always comes crashing down. And in the end, it was Latisha's quiet strength that turned this scandal into justice. And that brings us to the end of this unbelievable story, a story that started as a picture-perfect marriage and ended with courtroom confessions, family betrayals, and federal investigations. What began as love, trust, and building a life together slowly unraveled into secrets, lies, and serious criminal charges. Marsau Scott didn't just lose his marriage, he lost the trust of his family, his business reputation, and possibly his freedom. And while the headlines might focus on the drama, this is really a story about power, control, and how people can take advantage of those closest to them when they think no one's watching. But let's not forget the real strength in this story: Latisha Scott. For years, she stayed quiet. She showed up, she supported her husband, and she believed in the dream they were building together. But when she realized something wasn't right, she didn't just walk away, she fought back. Not with drama, but with receipts. With evidence. With courage. And that's the biggest takeaway here: sometimes, the quiet ones are the strongest. Sometimes, the people you underestimate are the ones who will stand tall when it matters most. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Marsau ever thought he'd get caught? Or did he truly believe Latisha would never push back? Was this all about money, or was it more about control? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because this conversation isn't over. And if you've ever been in a situation where someone you loved tried to take advantage of you, whether in business, in relationships, or in life, know this: your voice matters. You have the right to stand up, speak out, and protect what's yours. Just like Latisha did. Before you go, don't forget to like this video if you found it eye-opening, and hit that subscribe button if you want more deep dives, real stories, and raw truth, because when the tea is this hot, you already know we're going to serve it with facts. Until next time, take care of yourselves, trust your gut, and remember, the truth always finds a way to come out even when people go to great lengths to bury it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Sometimes, the people you underestimate are the ones who will stand tall when it matters most. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Marsau ever thought he'd get caught? Or did he truly believe Latisha would never push back? Was this all about money, or was it more about control? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because this conversation isn't over. And if you've ever been in a situation where someone you loved tried to take advantage of you, whether in business, in relationships, or in life, know this: your voice matters. You have the right to stand up, speak out, and protect what's yours. Just like Latisha did. Before you go, don't forget to like this video if you found it eye-opening, and hit that subscribe button if you want more deep dives, real stories, and raw truth, because when the tea is this hot, you already know we're going to serve it with facts. Until next time, take care of yourselves, trust your gut, and remember, the truth always finds a way to come out even when people go to great lengths to bury it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.